Everyone, myself Dr. D. Malati, Assistant Professor from the Department of Science and Humanities, Chemistry Division. Here I will be presenting on a topic water pollution, which is a major part of environmental pollution. Environmental pollution may be defined as the unfavorable alteration to our surroundings. Therefore, it changes the quality of air, water, and land, which interferes with the health of humans and other life on earth. Pollutants are of two types. First one is biodegradable pollutant, which means it will decompose rapidly by natural process. Second one is non-degradable pollutant, which means it will not decompose or it will decompose slowly into the environment. The slowly decomposed materials are more dangerous because it is more difficult to remove them. Classification of pollution. The different kinds of pollution that affects the environment are air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, marine pollution, noise pollution, thermal pollution, and the last one is nuclear hazards. In this we are going to discuss about the topic water pollution. Water pollution. It is defined as the alteration in physical, chemical, and biological quality of water which may cause harmful effects on human and aquatic life. The pollutants include sewage, industrial chemicals and effluents, oil and other waste, chemicals from the air which is dissolved in rainwater, fertilizers, pesticides and herbicides which is leached from the land and it will also pollute water. Types, efforts, and sources of water pollution. First one is infectious agent. Examples bacteria, virus, protozoa, and parasitic worms. Human sources include human and animal waste, and it will cause variety of diseases. Second one is oxygen demanding waste, which is the dissolved oxygen, and it will includes the organic waste such as animal manure and plant debris that can be decomposed by aerobic bacteria. Aerobic means in the presence of oxygen. And the human sources include sewage, animal feedlots, and paper mills. And it will degrade the water quality by depleting the water of dissolved oxygen, which will cause fish and other forms of oxygen consuming aquatic life to die. Third one is inorganic chemicals. In this, the water soluble inorganic chemicals includes acids, compounds of toxic metals such as lead, arsenic, and selenium, salts such as sodium chloride in ocean water, and fluorides which is found in some soils. And the human sources include surface runoff, industrial effluents, and household cleaners. Efforts, it can make fresh water unusable for drinking or irrigation. It causes skin cancer and neck damage, and it will also damage the nervous system, liver, and kidneys. Fourth one is organic chemicals. Examples include oil, gasoline, plastics, pesticides, cleaning solvents, detergents. Human sources include industrial effluents and household cleaners. Efforts, it can threaten the human health by causing nervous system damage and some cancers. Fifth one is radioactive materials. Examples include iodine, radon, uranium, cesium, and thorium. Human sources include nuclear power plant, mining and processing of uranium ores, and nuclear weapon production. Efforts, it can cause genetic mutation, birth defects, and certain cancers. Control measures of water pollution. The industrial plants should be based on recycling operations. It is not advisable to discharge any type of waste into the stream, rivers, lakes, ponds, and reservoirs. Highly qualified and experienced persons should be consulted for effective control of water pollution. The possible reuse or recycle of treated sewage effluents and industrial waste should be emphasized and encouraged. Wastewater treatment, it is also called as sewage treatment. The main objective of wastewater treatment are first to convert the harmful compounds into harmless compounds. Second one to eliminate offensive smell. Third one to remove the solid content of the sewage. Fourth one to destroy the disease producing microorganisms. The sewage or wastewater treatment process involves the following steps. First one is preliminary treatment. Second one is primary treatment. It is also called as settling process. Third one is secondary or biological treatment. In these two process will be followed. First one is trickling filter process and the second one is activator sludge process. And the fourth one is tertiary treatment and the last one is disposal of sludge. Preliminary treatment. In this, the coarse solids and suspended impurities are removed by passing the wastewater through mesh screen. Second one is primary treatment or settling process. Here, the greater proportion of the suspended inorganic and organic solids are removed from the liquid sewage by settling. To promote quick settling, the coagulants are added, and example for coagulants are alum and ferrous sulfate, and it will produce large gelatinous precipitate which will entrap the finely divided organic matter and it will get settled down rapidly. And the third one is secondary or biological treatment. Here the biodegradable organic impurities are removed by aerobic bacteria. In this process we can able to remove up to 90% of the oxygen demanding waste, and it can be done by using a trickling filter or activator sludge process. In trickling filter process, it contains a circular tank and it is filled with either coarse or crushed rock, and the sewage is allowed to spray over this bed by means of slow rotating arms. When the sewage starts percolating downwards, microorganisms present in the sewage will grow on the surface of the filtering media using organic material of the sewage as food. After the completion of aerobic oxidation, the treated sewage is taken into the settling tank and the sludge is removed. By this process, we can able to remove up to 80 to 85% of BOD. Second one is activator sludge process, and it is a biologically active sewage and it has a large number of aerobic bacteria which can easily oxidize the organic impurities. The sewage effluent from the primary treatment is mixed with the required amount of activated sludge. Then the mixture is aerated in the aeration tank. Under this condition, the organic impurities of the sewage gets oxidized rapidly by the microorganism. After the aeration, the sewage is taken to the sedimentation tank. Sludges settle down in this tank and it is called as activator sludge. A portion of it was used for seeding fresh batch of the sewage. By this process, we can able to remove up to 90 to 95% of BOD, which is the biological oxygen demand. Fourth one is activated tertiary treatment. In tertiary treatment, the effluent is introduced into the flocculation tank where the lime is added to remove phosphates. Here the effluent is led to ammonia stripping tower, and here the maintained pH is 11 and NH4 ions is converted into gaseous NH3. Then the effluent is allowed to pass through activated charcoal column where minute organic waste are absorbed by charcoal. Finally, the effluent water is treated with a disinfectant, and the example for disinfectant is chlorine. Last one is the disposal of sludge. This is the last stage in the sewage treatment. Here the sludge formed from different strips can be decomposed by dumping into the low-lying areas, burning of sludge, dumping into the sea, and using it as low-grade fertilizers. Thank you.